If you've written code that looks anything like this, you need to stop now and watch this video. Hi, I'm Bosco Domingo. This is Elite Software Engineering, and I'm going to talk all about why node.env is a variable that you should avoid like the plague and what you can do instead. So let's start first why node.env is so bad. Well, fairly simple. It was never made by the Node team itself. It is not sanctioned by them, and in fact, their official recommendation is not to use it. And not only that, you may think that you're changing the behavior for your code, but you're also changing the behavior of all of the modules that you have imported. That's something many people don't understand. That's the ramification of setting node.env. You may not be the only one reading from it. So when you do that, you may be enabling debug flags, performance issues, bugs that only happen in specific environments. Trust me, you don't want that, because not being able to replicate a bug that happens in production or happens in a specific environment that you have, but not on your local one, it's hell to debug later on. So you want to set this to production and forget about it. And if you want more information on this, I suggest that you watch the video by Matteo Collina, who is a very well-known person in the Node.js environment. He's a Node.js core team member. He's been doing this for a while, and he's got a much more in-depth video about why you shouldn't use node.env. I think it's called node.env is a lie. But you now may be asking, okay, if I can't use node.env, what then? What can I use? Well, fairly simple. The first alternative that you have is simply using something that is not node.env. Okay? In this case, we can use any other variable. Whatever you want to name it. It doesn't matter. As long as you know that you're the only one using it. Okay, so I suggest names that are probably not shared with any of the modules, something like the name of the company or your domain, right? And then underscore environment. Okay, that's one of the alternatives. Another one could be using a variable that you know for sure was set differently according to the environment. And one such key is usually Stripe, right? For Stripe, you need an API key. The API key, however, does change between production and any sandbox or any like test server, test environment that you may have. So this is great, right? You know for sure that if the API key for Stripe contains test in it, starts with skTest, you know that's for sure an environment that is development, right? or testing. It's not production. So these are two very simple ways that I would suggest you go around the whole node.env thing, okay? Remember, just set node.env to production, forget about it, and use anything else, and your life will be so much better for it. I can tell you this from first-hand experience. It's not fun to debug issues that only happen in one specific environment. So with that, I'm going to leave you. We'll remind you all to think, design, and then code, and of course, don't forget to have a life. I'll see you on the next one.